Welcome to my YouTube channel Bachelor and Master English. As a regular YouTube tutor, I have come up with new lesson. Today's discussion is about Robert Burns' poem Red Red Rose. So before I begin my discussion, I would like to request you to subscribe my channel if you are the new viewer. Please stay with me till the end of the discussion and make comments if you have any queries regarding the presentation and regarding the content. And if you have any new content for discussion of your course, please let me know, that I shall try and present the discussion here. And I am always with you. I am always with my students. I am always with my fellow teachers. And my purpose is to discuss important academic courses here and let students be benefited from my discussion. So I'm ready for my presentation. I shall try my level best for the discussion. So today's poem is prescribed currently in our class 11 compulsory English book. Previously it was there in Mosaic for plus 2 level or intermediate level first year. It's one of the canonized poems. It is one of the very important poems prescribed in the course and discussed in the class, and getting students involved in romantic literature. So first of all, let me tell you the summary of the poem. So it's Robert Burns' poem. Here the speaker bids farewell to his sweetheart and promises to return to her, no matter the distance and hardships. The poem opens with the speaker comparing his love to a red, red rose and to a melody that sweetly played in tune. In the second and third stanzas, the speaker describes how deep his love is, and it's deep, very deep. You will love his bonny lass, sweetheart, as long as he is alive, and until the world ends with the seven seas dry out, rocks melt with the sun. At the end, he bids farewell, says adieu, and notes that he will return, promises that he will return even if he has to walk 10,000 miles. He doesn't care about the distance, he only cares about his dedication, and it's time for valediction. He wants to be accompanied with he wants to be together with his love. It's a love poem in plain and simple language. In fact, a red, red rose just so happens to be one of the most famous love poems of all time too. It's one of the most famous poem included in world literature, and in my translation of world famous love lyrics, it's entitled Kamdev Gopal. I have also translated this into Nepali from English, and nearly every line in the poem says something about love. So this is the summary of the poem. Let me recite the Nepali version that I translated this poem in 2016, and it is published in my collection of poems, especially translated version Kamdev Gopal, and I am reading it now. I have given you the title Lal Lal Gulab. हे प्रिय मेरी तिमी छौ गुलाब जस्तै लाल लाल, जुन महिनामा भर्खरै फक्रिएकी फूल। हे प्रिय मेरी तिमी छौ जस्तै संगीतमा मिलाइएको सुरताल श्रुति मनोहर। सुन्दर अति छौ तिमी मेरी सुललित वाला, अगाध छ मेरो तिमी प्रतिको प्यार। अनि तिमीलाई गर्छु अझैसम्म प्यार मेरो यार, जबसम्म समुद्र जति सुक्छन् सारा, जबसम्म समुद्र जति शुष्क हुन्छन् सारा मेरो यार, अनि चट्टान जति पग्लिन्छन् सूर्यको ताप रापले सारा, अनि तिमीलाई गर्नेछु प्यार अझै मेरो यार। एक मुठी रहन्छ जीवनमा त्यति बेलासम्म सास, विदाई छ तिमीलाई अनि मात्र मेरी प्रिय, अनि छ बिदाई तिमीलाई क्षणभङ्गुर मात्र क्षणभर मात्र, फेरि पनि म आउने छु अनि मेरी प्रिय कोष 20,000 भए पनि होस्, कोष 20,000 भए पनि होस्. This is my translation of Robert Burns' Red Red Rose in 2060, which was published in my Cupid's Arrow, an anthology of world famous lyrical love poems, translated as कामदेवको बाण, विश्व प्रसिद्ध गीति प्रेम कविताहरूको सङ्ग्रह. Okay, after the discussion, after summary and Nepali translation of the poem, let us go with analysis. In this poem, the poet Robert Burns tries to express the meaning of love from his point of view. He uses a red, red rose as his lover. Poet Burns tries to associate his love with a blossomed rose in the month of June. His love resembles the melody which gives intensive emotion and sweet tune. Yes, she would disappear, the end of the world, and you would love her till the end of the world. He doesn't care about that. Till the end of the world, when all 7 seas go dry without any water left, and the rocks all melt with the sun, and till then, the poet loves his beloved. And he used that's newly sprung in June, because red rose generally comes out in June. The poet's choice of the color red may seem obvious, a symbol of love and passion. So, intensive passion. The author or poet is comparing his love to a melody that usually makes people joyful, enlightened, or delighted. So his love is making him joyful whenever she is beside him. There are many signs that indicates his love will not end. For example, sea dry out, rocks melt by the sun. It seems he has been away with her, but committed that he will with her definitely one for a short period of time. The final stanza wraps up the poem's complexity with a farewell, a valedictory tone, and a promise of return. In conclusion, Robert Burns teaches us the importance of love, which is hard to accept those memories if one falls in love to someone. The similes he uses are meant to show us that the grandness of love and showing us that love is beautiful and precious. Robert Burns also shows us how love transforms a red rose. His love crashes in summer, but they are quite for each other. So, this is discussion, analytical discussion. Let me come to the conclusion of the poem. A Red Red Rose is a lyrical ballad that describes the speaker's deep love for his beloved and promises that his love will last longer than human life. The beloved of the speaker is as beautiful as the red rose and as sweet as the music played in tune. With the help of the literary devices, especially simile and metaphor, poet has sketched a very vivid and realistic picture of his profound love. A red, red rose is about a kind of love that will outlast even the destruction of the earth, the evaporation of the seas, the melting of rocks. It's a love so strong that the speaker would have no problem walking 10,000 miles to be back with his bonny lass. It's not just love, but love, and it's the devotion. It's the devotion and commitment. It's the trust. It's the trust of the poet to his love. It's the devotion of his poet to his love, and it's the love. It's the emotion. It's the feeling, sharing feeling of his love to his beloved. So that's the end of the discussion of this poem, Red Red Rose. If you have any queries, please put your comment in my comment box. If you have any new topic to be discussed through my YouTube channel, please let me know what should I do. I shall try my level best, and I'm sure you got the point with my discussion. Thank you very much for accompanying me. Have a nice day.